Does your boyfriend take you out on dates?
Yeah, 100%.
He takes you out on dates. He's taking care of you. You trust his leadership. That there should be enough. You don't trust his leadership.
Nah, exactly. I think
Okay.
that's my problem.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? How you doing? My name is Shisha Zed. I'm back in here, man, with a new video for you guys. I've got a new guest here for us today. If you can please introduce yourself to the people, let them know your name and at least where you're from.
Okay, my name is Maria Isabel. I'm from Colombia.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
I know you kind of stumbled on the content. How'd you stumble onto my YouTube page, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know. I started looking Kevin Samuel's videos, and it started to appear a lot of accounts that talk about similar things. And
Okay.
part of it is yours.
What question did you have regarding dating and relationships? What did you want to talk about?
So basically, I saw one of your videos, and I was thinking like, for me, it's kind of weird because all the time, Kevin Samuels and these other channels, like yours, talk about high value men, what they look for, all these things. And I feel like sometimes guys have like girls that give them what they request, like these high value men's requests. But the black culture, like I say, I'm dating with a black guy from United States.
Okay.
So the black culture can be really hard with people of other race. You know what I mean? Like for me being from Latin America, from Colombia, we have this sense of being really loving, like really caring, having empathy. But sometimes my boyfriend, for example, don't know how to receive that.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, are you saying that like your boyfriend isn't very affectionate?
Yeah, not at all.
Is it affectionate or is it romantic?
He can be romantic, but
Okay.
he kind of, his body acts weird when I give him affection.
So this is going to be interesting because now I'm talking to somebody who's a different race, and I haven't done this before, right? And I want to be careful here because usually I try, especially for these type of conversations, I try to keep it within the race in specific because it has to do with black culture. But since you're dating a black man, I will say this. I don't think that the problem is necessarily black men aren't affectionate. I think it just has to do with personality. Because you're affectionate to him, right?
Yeah.
So you show him affectionate, but he's not that affectionate to you.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say that.
When you say affectionate, because I know things can get lost in translation. What do you mean? Do you mean touching? Just kind of being loving, physical affectionate, him hugging you, touching you? What do you mean exactly? What would you want him to do?
I think that now he give me way more affection than the start. But when I receive, like I have dated with 3 different black guys. I know that it's different in personalities, but it's also like there's some kind of trust issue. Like with all of them, like my boyfriend come from a mother that is single mother, you know. But the other 2 guys come from like families that are together, like a man and a woman that are still together.
Mm-hmm.
But they behave still like they don't trust. Like you come over, like your personality is having affection. Like you wake the guy with kisses, with hugs, you know. And
Okay.
they trying to receive that, but it's like the body feel like the communication of the body.
So let me ask you this, Maria.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Let's give me an example. So let's say you go and you start kissing your boyfriend. What does he do if give me an example of what he does?
He receive it and he starts to kiss me back, but he's not going to do it. Yeah.
Okay, so he kisses you back.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
The problem is actually like it's not like he do it by himself.
You want him to be physically affectionate by himself, to touch you, kiss you, caress you, and be more like, that's more like romantic and just physical affection.
Yeah.
Got you.
Okay.
Got you. Here's my thing, right? A lot of women have been led to think that men are supposed to be as physical affectionate as women are.
Okay.
And I think media, right, watching too many romantic movies, these movies that show you this guy and he's with his girlfriend and they're kissing in the rain. We see this all the time from Hollywood. We watch
Yeah.
these movies of these guys that are extra affectionate. Men aren't really as affectionate as women. Women will leave men sometimes, or they'll even divorce them because they'll say, oh, he's not romantic enough. He doesn't kiss me enough. He doesn't show me enough affection. Men are not going to be as affectionate as women are. I feel a lot of the times, a lot of women expect men to act like women. Now,
Right.
should he take you out once in a while? Yes, he should take you out. Should he treat you like a lady? You know, once in a while, buy you flowers if you're his girl? Yes. I'm not saying he should treat you bad, but I feel like what I notice a lot of the times is women have this romanticized idea of men. If a man is doing his job as in his providing, protecting, you feel safe with him, does your boyfriend take you out on dates?
Yeah. 100%.
He takes you out on dates. He's taking care of you. You trust his leadership. That there should be enough. You don't trust his leadership.
Nah, exactly. I think
Okay.
that's my problem. 100%.
Okay. Well, then let's see. That's a different issue, right?
Yeah.
And now, do you not trust his leadership because he's not a good leader, or because you have problems letting a man lead?
Not at all. Like, I don't have problems let a guy have the leadership, but I think it's more like, so okay, last week, I'm going to be really specific with this.
Okay,
Last
good.
week, when I saw him, like, we have a discussion because I told him, like, sometimes he forget that I'm there, you know? Like, in Latino culture, like, guys are really into gears, like, trying to make them feel like really like the queen. You know what I mean? Like this is how we are. So it's different. So like, he forgot that I was there because he was sharing something. I don't remember what it was, but he was sharing something with everyone and not with me, and we already have the discussion. So I showed him a text message because I didn't want to make a scene over there, and I showed him, and he overreact. For me, it's overreact, but I saw this a lot of times. Like, sometimes black guys have like explosion of like emotions. You know what I mean? Like, something can trigger them. So
So
more
you
than other guys. Yeah.
and you think they're more emotionally led?
What is emotional led? So
Let me be more specific. You feel like they're more. I'll keep it simple. I'll keep the English simple here. You
yeah,
think they're more. Yeah, no problem. You think they're just more emotional.
yeah,
Get angry faster.
yeah.
Was he raised up by a mother?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did he have a father in his life?
No, he have a uncle. He
But
have
no,
a uncle,
no,
but
no father growing up.
not at all.
That's part of it. That's part of it right there. You know, when you just have a woman in your life, you learn to act like a woman. When you have problems, you deal with things like a woman. And yes, that is true. A lot of black men don't have fathers in their lives, especially here in the United States. So in turn, they act very emotional. That's something that he needs to work on himself. And you need to realize if that's something that you want to deal with. But a man raising another man up is the only way a man can learn how to be in his masculine frame, you know, machismo, control himself, be alpha, and be a man and not let little things bother him, you know. And that makes sense. And that has to do with the way that he was raised up. Are you okay dealing with that? Is that something like you can work with?
I mean, I have telling him that he needs to go to therapy, but again, like in black culture, it's really hard to accept going to therapy. He had told me this before. Like, for me, it's really hard to accept going to therapy. For us, that's not usual. For our culture, it's so usual. Like, for us, it's really usual. I went to therapy 4 years, so I already know that he's reflecting a lot of his emotions to me sometimes. So when he trying to be a leader, even in the moments that we are arguing and he's being extra emotional, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do what you want right now. You know what I mean?
And that makes sense. Being emotional isn't a good sign of leadership. I'll give you my own personal experience. For 7 years, my father wasn't in my life. From the time I was 7 to the time I was about 14, 15 years old. And so I watched my mother. She would be loud. She got upset easily. And I started to be that way myself, talking
Yeah.
too much. A man should not embrace feminine characteristics. See, that stuff isn't good for a leader, for a man to be feminine. But my dad ended up coming back into my life when I was around 15 or 16. I noticed when my mom would want to talk and argue, he'd just be quiet. He'd just watch her, doesn't say much. He'd say, hey, let's talk about this later when you've calmed down. He doesn't try to match the energy and go back and forth with her. And then I learned that I am not going to do that with another woman when I'm dating or when I'm dealing with women. But I had to see it for myself. And if he didn't see it for himself, then yes, he's going to need to, go out there, either get therapy or, watch more podcasts like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's good, though, that you kind of understand where it's from. And it's not only in the Black community. There's a lot of single moms, too, in other races, especially probably here in the United States as well, who also raise up these men who act like women. And I tell men all the time, you should not be emotional. Emotional does not make a good leader. And no one can trust you to be a leader, and your woman can't trust you to be a leader when you are emotional.
But but that this is a systematical problem. Like, that happen a lot. Like, if you guys have been raised for single moms, this is not going to be only him. It's going to be a lot of guys. So a lot of guys expect to have a submissive girl, like someone that follows them, but at the same time they don't have the capacity to be really good leaders. So that's also when the problems come from.
So let me ask you a question. Why
Yeah.
are you with somebody who's not a good leader?
I think that he have a really good things, like really other good things. You know what I mean?
I mean, I understand, but like at the end of the day, there are plenty of men out there who can probably lead.
Yeah. To be honest, I know other guys that are also Black guys that they want to be with me and all these things. And they can be like more calm, more logical. But I think like if he fixed that problem, everything is going to be fine. Like I have more fun when I'm around him than other guys. So why I would leave him? You know what I mean?
But do you want to marry him eventually?
Yeah. 100%.
Well, then then it can't be about fun. Do you get what I mean? It can't be just about fun. You have to find somebody that's a good leader. And a good leader is not going to be as fun as the guy that's highly emotional. I think a lot of girls pick the fun guy because it's exciting when you fight, right? It's exciting when you go back and forth. They're unpredictable. Yeah. So there's also maturity that needs to happen in you as well in order for you to pick the type of guy that's not going to be fun, but is the type of man that you see yourself marrying and a good leader. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true, because if you are really emotional, like you're going to do emotional things with your money, you're going to be emotional with everything.
There's plenty of good men out there, but women don't want to pick the man who isn't as fun. They want the exciting guy, but a lot of the times they wait too late. 30's around the corner, 35. Now they're looking for not the fun guy, but the guy with the good job, the good car. That guy is taken by that age. You know what I mean? And he wants the pretty young girl. So don't waste your time chasing the fun guy.
Got it. 100%.
You feel me?
Got it. Yeah, I got it. Because I was thinking like the other day, like if you are I'm not the kind of person that I'm worried like, okay, how much this guy earn? How much this other guy earn? You know what I mean? Like okay, he have a stable life, like we are fine. But the thing is I'm thinking that I'm more rational, so I can analyze him more, so I understand why he act this way. But it's like, okay, he
Do you want to
cried.
deal with it is the question. And is that the type of is that what you want to deal with? That's the question.
I feel like I want to deal with it like for a period of time until I
Because
see that can change, but not for all my life at all.
I
How are you
mean,
going to deal with someone like if he wants to go to therapy? Like, okay, he wants to go to therapy, so like I have to give him the opportunity at least to change. No, you know what I mean?
it's your life, but remember you're wasting yours because you're with the guy that's fun. Life is
Yeah,
not about fun. Life is
yeah,
about working hard, raising kids. It's about paying bills, right? You don't want to be putting your bet on a guy that just is fun. At the end of the day, you want a man who you can follow and you can lead. And because you kind of are a bit more, you know, I want to say more balanced, you're going to need a man who you can really look up to, who's really in control. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
100%,
I don't
100%.
think it's
You're
worth
right.
it. I don't think it's worth it. A job doesn't hire you when you're not ready and qualified to work there, right? They don't hire until you graduate. They don't hire doctors while they're still in college. So why get with a guy who you feel like still has work to do with him? Unless if you want to have fun. But remember, you're having fun now. You break up with him when you're 30 something. You get old. That pretty face goes away. Then what?
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? You got to work on it while you're young right now. That's just my own personal advice.
You're right. And someone that is ready to do like the things that need to happen in a relationship, because it's other like there's other guys that can be calm and everything more stable, but they're like, okay, I don't want to have a relationship right now on all these things. Like those guys are also going to make you lose your time. Even they say like I'm building myself. You don't think so? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't think that's your problem.
No.
You don't have a problem finding a guy. Your problem is that you're having fun. It sounds like.
Yeah.
And you're not ready to settle. Yeah, you're not ready to settle down, but that fun isn't going to last forever. You know what I mean? You got to get serious or else you stop complaining and deal with the guy that's been given to you. You know what I mean? Because it takes a lot for a guy to get his emotions together. I had to learn that myself. How to not be emotional, how to be a leader. And I have to learn that some girls are in the fun stage. A lot of girls right now, they want to date guys who are exciting, they're fun, they're this and that. But I don't think your problem is, you know, really finding a guy who's going to take you seriously. That's not your problem. I think your problem is that like you want things to work out with this guy who's just not,
Ready.
ready for you.
Yeah. That's
And
right.
maybe you're not ready for something serious.
I mean, I do want to have something serious, like, but I feel like sometimes the chemistry play against you. You know what I mean? Like I have guys around that they want to be something serious, that I see that they are more stable and all these things. But it's like I feel more attraction to him. So for sure, I feel like now that I'm talking with you, of course I see like I have been raised in a family that my parents are together, but they are conflicted between each other. So I bet that I'm feeling attraction to him, to the drama, because I was raised in the drama. You know what I mean? So it means like I have to heal that part too.
But your family, your mom and dad is still married?
Yeah, they still married.
Okay. Who leads the house, your mom or your dad?
My mom.
She leads the house. Do you
My
want that?
dad, no, not at all.
Okay.
I behave completely different to her.
Got you.
That's
You're
why.
not like your mom.
Not at all.
Okay. So you're more
That's why
feminine.
when
You're more
the,
like feminine. You want to submit to your man.
exactly, like last week. Okay, so he was really emotional all week. Like I went to United States to meet his family, like his mom, his sister, like everyone. But he was being emotional all the trip until the final day. That was when I met everyone. So I was being like good with his mom. Like she had his house was like a little bit a mess. So I was helping to clean, like to be like good, like trying to
Yeah.
help the things to work out, even if I didn't know these people, like I was being like a little bit more. When he saw that, he calmed down. Like, when he saw that his mom accepted me, like she was good with me, everything, he's calmed down. And later in the night, he cries, and he was like,
He cries?
he cried, and he was like, "I'm sorry, I don't want you to leave me." And that was for me like unusual. But I bet that inside of him, he feels like he can give me what I need. So
Okay.
yeah. Otherwise, why he would say sorry?
I think this situation is very simple.
Yeah. Okay.
Right now, you are attracted to a guy who is emotionally unstable, and you like that. You got to find out why you like that. It's obviously not good. You know it's not good. In the end, you're going to lose. Because those type of men, you either end up a single mom or too old and no man will be able to take you seriously. But you chose to be with this person, and you got to understand, like, it's not going to be anyone's fault. It's not his fault. You know what I mean? You had to choose to be with him too. So I think it's just simple here. Do you want to deal with this or do you not?
I want to be a single mom, not at all.
And
in the future, no.
Yeah, it sounds like, there's some decisions to be made.
Yeah, you're right. Like, I got it. It's too emotional to be able to have the.
If he's crying and stuff in front of you and those are not qualities of a leader, man. It's just not. And
it's no part of it.
When a man cries in front of a woman, she loses respect for him. Especially if it happens too easily. Of course, if there are tragic life situations, such as death or unexpected, real hard difficulties, yeah, cry in front of your woman.
Yeah.
What my dad told me, he said, if you need to cry, you go in the bathroom, you lock the door, and you cry, and you get out and deal with life. But from what I'm hearing, it sounds like you have a bad taste in men.
It looks like.
That's the truth. That's the truth, Maria. I'm gonna keep it real.
I take it.
Do you have any questions for me? Anything else? It's been really nice talking to you. If you have anything else, let me know.
No, I think, like, to resume this, like, I think that he's just too emotional and he haven't healed that thing. And I'm still with him, but for me, that's kind of moments. It's not a turn off. Like, I value that he cries in front of me. But for me, it's like, okay, what is going on? Because for me, everything was fine. You know what I mean? Like, why he's being extra emotional when I was, like, everything was
Do you see all those questions you have right now?
No, I don't think so.
All those questions, you hear all those questions. When you have a good leader, you don't have any questions like that.
You feel secure. That's supposed to be.
You either feel secure or you know what the plan is. All those questions you have, why is he like this? Why does he do this? It becomes clear. A leader would tell you, this is what's happening. This is who I am. It's either you're with me or you're not. Very clear. All those questions you have show that you have a lack of leadership from the man that you're dating. That's all. That's all. And so you've got to decide. You've got to decide, right?
Yeah. Love it. Me encantó.
Well, really good talking to you, man. Really good talking to you.
Thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate this.
No problem. I appreciate supporting the channel, and I wish you the best. I hope you have a good rest of your night. All right, sounds good.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Yo, what's up, guys? Good conversation right there. Listen, if you guys want to do some amazing things for me, hit that like button, man. Show your boys some love. Also, I appreciate every last one of you that are subscribed to my channel. Leave your comments down below if you guys have any more thoughts, any disagreements, doesn't matter. I try to respond to as many as I can. Also, Maria is a graphics designer. I also included her details in the description down below. My name is Shisha Zed. I'll talk to you guys soon. Till next time. Peace.